Right. Hi, everybody. Let me try again. Right. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, good morning, Miss.
How is everybody today? Is everybody
I am
okay?
okay, Miss. How are you?
I am fine. I'm sad, but I'm good. All right. So today's class we'll be looking at. All right. So today's class we'll be looking at numbers. Can anybody tell me anything that they know about numbers? Pizza Gate. Tell me what you know about
Miss,
numbers.
we use numbers when we're counting.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
No, Miss.
All right. So today's class we're going to be learning all about numbers, specifically about six. Yeah. So your teachers today will be myself, Miss Bradshaw, Miss Salmon, Miss Parchment, Miss Martin, and Miss Wright. In today's lesson, you'll be learning how to compare sets and objectives using or sets and objects using larger and smaller. And then we'll be identifying two sets to have that have the same number of objects. So let's get Miss Parchment to go through the vocabulary.
Okay, so in our vocabulary today, we have four keywords: larger, smaller, same, and equivalent. So for larger, it's bigger than something else. For smaller, it is not big as the other group. Same, it's exactly alike or it's equal. And equivalent, it means that they have the same amount, it has the same value.
So anybody can tell me what larger means? Ronnie, let me hear from you. Ronnie, are you there? No? Okay, let's hear from Pizzagate. Anybody there? Julissa, it seems like everybody's having internet issues, so let's be patient with each person.
Miss, I would like to try.
Sure.
I would say larger numbers mean a bigger number than the current amount. For example, 50 is more than 20.
Any other? And what you think same means?
Same is the number of the same value. So 20 and 20.
That's great. Thank you.
Now, in today's lesson, we'll be looking on comparing sets and equivalent sets. Comparing sets and equivalent sets involves understanding the relationship between collection of objects.
Spot the difference. Could any one of you spot the difference with these two objects? Is anyone there?
There's a difference in quantity.
Repeat.
There's a difference in quantity.
That's right. Anything else?
One is smaller than one.
Yeah. Do you notice anything else about that?
Yes, Miss, I am seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples and 1, 2, 3 bananas.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Could you spot the difference between these two? Hello. Students?
All right, so let's do a quick little activity, right? I want you guys to unmute your mics for 5 seconds, just 5 seconds. So everybody unmute your mic. Every single person unmute your mics. Julissa, Ronnie, can we unmute the mics for a quick second? Just to ensure that you guys are there and you know participating. So if you can hear my voice, I want you guys to say your names, starting with Julissa.
My name is Julissa.
And the next person would be Tony.
My name is Tonian Anderson.
Ronnie, are you there? Ronnie still isn't there. Okay, let's move on to
I'm Danielle.
Daniel. Daniel.
I'm Daniel Graham. I am Daniel Graham.
Awesome sauce. That means everybody's here. All right, cool. Let's go back to the activity and pay attention and just participate with us. Okay. Go again.
Okay, so what do you guys notice about these two objects shown in the picture?
Okay, so basically what I've observed is that on the left there are 5 apples. They are arranging, I would say they are arranging rows. They're arranging rows, and on the right there are 6 bananas. I said they'd be in like a scattered pattern.
Well, wait, what did you say? It's 6 bananas or 5 bananas?
5.
Well, you're right, you're right. Okay. The last one, what do you notice about the object shown in the picture? Tony? Ronnie, Julissa?
Miss, I am seeing the difference. You have 3 apples and 4 bananas.
Yes. Anything else you notice about this picture?
No, miss.
Anyone else? Lisa, Ronnie? Would you guys like to try? Okay, go ahead.
Bananas more than apples.
Mhm.
So the bananas are in rows this time, and the apples are in like a scattered pattern.
Okay, okay. Good job, good job, good job.
Since you guys don't have the things to do the scavenger hunt, what we want you to do is just look around your surrounding and tell me if you're seeing sets of things around. So like pens, pencils, and how many pens you see around you, or how many pencils, or if you see a rock, can you tell me how many rocks do you see around you?
Okay, so you can just send it in the chat and we will compare them that way if you don't want to turn on the cameras. But who can turn on their cameras, you can show your objects to us, to the class.
So while you guys are looking around, let's move on. Just send in the things in the chat and we'll watch a video while you are typing the whatever it is.
Consider these two sets. Set A contains fruits, while set B contains balls. Do they have the same number of elements? Observe that there are 5 elements in both sets. When the number of elements are equal in two sets, we say that there is one-to-one correspondence between the elements of both sets. This means that for each element in A, there is a corresponding element in B. We can use these double-headed arrows to indicate one-to-one correspondence between the elements. Sets with the same number of elements, where the elements are not identical, are called equivalent sets. Therefore, sets A and B are equivalent. Let's look at another example. Set C is a set of vowels in the English alphabet, and set D contains the first 5 natural numbers. On counting, we see that there are 5 elements in both sets. Like the previous example, there is one-to-one correspondence between the elements of both sets. Since the elements in both sets are not identical, C and D are equivalent sets. What are equal sets then? To understand the concept of equal sets, consider these two sets. Set A is from the first example. Set E is another set of fruits. Do you see any similarity between these two sets? Observe that both contain an apple, an orange, a banana, a watermelon, and a strawberry. In other words, both contain identical elements. When two sets have the same number of elements, and the elements are identical, they are called equal sets. Hence, set A is equal to set E. We can write this as A equals E. Now take a moment to think if these are equivalent sets.
Now, my students, what is a set? A set is a collection of unique objects known as elements or members that can be anything. So numbers, symbols, letters, people, etc. Now, we're going to be looking at comparing sets and objects. So comparing sets means examining two or more sets to identify the relationships, similarities, and differences. It involves looking at elements of each set, determining how they relate to each other. So when comparing sets, we have to have at least 2 sets. We can't have one, but at least 2 sets. Now, look at the example to the right of the image. What difference can you see? Tell me, what are you seeing? Students?
You see that there are more apples compared to oranges.
Right? What else can you tell me about the picture? Students? What about Tonian? Tonian?
I am seeing that the apples is a set of 4 and the orange is set of 3.
Great. Now, which set has more?
The apples.
Right. You're correct. Now, we're going to be talking about equivalent sets. Equivalent sets are sets that have the same number of elements. This means both groups have the same equal proportion of objects present. Now, to the right, we have another example. Look at the set and let's examine. So for set A, we have 4 numbers, and for set B, we have 4 numbers as well. In set A, we have 1, 4, 3, 7. And set B, we have 2, 7, 2, 7. So these sets are both Julicia?
Yes, miss.
All right. Now, what is the difference? So earlier we talked about equal sets and equivalent sets. So equal sets with the sign, with a symbol, it must have the exact same things inside. So this is same stuff. And for equivalent sets, it must have the same number of things, same count. So for equal sets, for example, set A has 4 green ball, set B has 4 green balls. So those are considered equal sets because in both sets, they have the same exact thing inside. For equivalent set, now we can have 3 balls in set A, and for set B, we can have 3 bicycles. Now, they're equivalent set because both sets have the same number of objects or items, but they're different in color or shape. No, we consider it as an equivalent set. Now, remember, if they're equal, they're always equivalent too. Do you guys understand what I just said?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
So we're going to take a quick 1 minute break. So we want you guys to just come off the, let me start with break. Cool. And let's go. So we're just going to go back a slide. So Miss Parchment, can you go back through this for the persons who just joined, please? Let's
All right. So what is the difference? So we spoke earlier about equal sets and equivalent sets. So equal set, the sign here, it must have the exact same thing inside. And for equivalent set with the sign right here, it must have the same number of things. So equal set, for example, in set A has 3 bananas, and set B, it has 3 banana. Then we'll classify that as equal set because they have the same color. And for equivalent set, we have 3 bananas and we have 3 by. Now we'll consider that an equivalent set because it has the same number or value in the set. Just one difference is that for an equivalent set, it can be anything in both sets but the same amount, and for equal set, it is the same amount of stuff and the exact thing inside. So remember, if they're equal, they are always equivalent too. Does anyone understand what I just said? Jalicia, Alia, Krista Gay. Awesome. So I'm seeing where Alia in the comment section is saying yes. Okay.
all right, let us move on now to our little activity time. And we would have Miss Martin that would go through that with us. Miss Martin.
Okay, so based off the previous activities, what can you tell me about these sets? Anybody in the chat? So Anastasia is saying that they're not equal. Yes, Anastasia, you're correct. They are not equal. So the first set has three objects, and the second one has 5. So they're not equal. Slide.
Anastasia said these two sets are equal.
Right. Both sets are equal. And why is that?
All right, so for these sets, you can see that the first objects, how much are you seeing for these? Anybody?
3.
That's correct. And for the second one?
3 also.
And that means they are? If both of them has 3.
Equal.
Correct. All right.
So let's do a lesson recap. Can anybody tell me what a set is? If you're typing it in the chat, can one of the teachers read out the answers for me, please?
Oh, someone said both have objects but are not equal.
That's what a set is.
I think she's referring to the image that was presented a while ago.
Okay. All right, so can somebody tell me what a set is? What equal sets are and what equivalent sets are?
So Anastasia said equal sets are sets that has the same amount of objects or numbers.
Let's look at what it actually is. So a set is a group of things. So it would be a group of pens, a group of pencils, a group of erasers, a group of apples, a group of grapes. While an equal set would have the exact same thing. So you would have 2 sets of 3 apples, or 2 sets of 3 pens, or 2 sets of 3 books. While the equivalent would be, it would have the same number of things. So it would be a set of 3 of bananas. So it would be 3 bananas and 3 apples, or 3 grapes and 3 oranges, or 3 pens, 3 pencils. That would be an equivalent set. So they have the same number of things, while the equal is that it has the exact same thing. So it would have 3 pens on one side, 3 pens on the other side. So it would be that I have 3 pens and Miss Parchment has 3 pens. So it would be the exact same thing. While for the equivalent set, it would be that Miss Martin has 3 books, but Miss Wright has 3 laptops. Understood? Can I get a thumbs up? Awesome sauce. So we'll see you in the next class, but our next class would be an asynchronous class. So we will send you you'll have to just go and double check the Google Classroom for the asynchronous lessons. And there's a quiz to take after you're done. So the quiz is due tomorrow at 12 p.m. So as soon as you jump off, so tomorrow's class is at 8, and so everything is due by 12 p.m. tomorrow, okay? All right, grade 2? Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. So thanks for coming to class today, guys. I hope you learned something, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow.
So here I am with 2 sets of utensils from my kitchen that I've found. So I found 2 plates, and this is in set A. I found 4 spoons, and these are in set B. So I would classify my sets of utensils as unequal because set A has 2 and set B has 4.
So here we have a representation of 2 sets. So we have a set of books and a set of pencils. So we'll classify this type of set as an equivalent set. And for this set we have 1 set of pens and another set. So we'll classify this set as an equal set. They have the same number of elements and the same type of element.